corner. But another one of our beeches on our list, and this is our Purple Fountain, number 425. And you know, this demonstrates the variety of cultivars that you can have within one species of plant. We could probably have, and I was asked a question at the Toronto Botanic Gardens on the weekend by another passionate plant collector, and he was shocked by how many species and cultivars we have here. He said we probably have one of the biggest collections in Ontario, if not Canada. He said anything over 150 species, and he says you're well on your way to breaking records, and we have that easily. And then you add in the cultivars. But if we look at the one species I've been talking about for the last few minutes, Fagus Sylvatica, we've got Dawick aurea, we've got a splenifolia, we've got the straight Dawick out at R3, we've got this one here, Purple Fountain, and we've got a couple of others out of the Cuddy Gardens as well. So we've got 5 or 6 cultivars of this one species alone within our collection. This one, as the name implies, Purple Fountain. It's better than the Pasco gnome behind me, right?
That's more funny.
I'm getting it.
Just notice.
Go on Facebook and then look at the Hort page. You'll see the Pasco gnome.
Well, that gnome was
He's getting ripped on every
a
picture.
class made that, and I knew nothing about it until the final week. And then they gave me a CD of pictures of plant walks, and I'm standing here talking, and I'm usually pretty good when I know someone's. And this gnome would appear behind me, or it would be over there in the picture, or it would be at the base of the tree, and I never saw someone put it there. So if you look at the second years now on their practical, you see the Pasco gnome showing up. They don't know I'm putting it out there in the garden before I take photographs of them. So, anyhow, Purple Fountain, what does this tell you? Chad? Purple Fountain.
The roots are purple.
Fountain?
Yeah.
The roots are purple?
The roots are purple.
It's a purple fountain,
It looks
that's what
like a
I'm
purple
guessing.
fountain.
Sorry?
Yeah, purple leaf.
Which is the fountain?
Well, the weeping part. The weeping. A waterfall, a fountain, water dripping. So these are purple leaved, and it drips like a fountain, a waterfall. Purple fountain.
I thought it would be purple snips.
Yeah. So Purple Fountain, and there is a cultivar, Purpurea pendula, I think it is, but Purple Fountain is much more defined in its weeping. And there is a cultivar, another cultivar called Fagus Sylvatica pendula, the straight species, green weeping. And I believe I put the picture on Canada Plants. And when I was a student and I went to Kew, we went there on a field trip to England. That was our third year field trip. And we took a picture of this. You could fit a double-decker bus under this weeping tree. And I didn't have a great picture, so a few years when I was back there again, I took another picture, and I think I put it up on the internet. So go to Fagus Sylvatica pendula, and you'll see a tree that is several hundred years old that was planted, because Kew is one of the oldest botanic, it is the oldest botanic gardens in the world. And you'll see this huge weeping monster, not high, but we could have the whole class. I could have lectures under the tree.
That'd be sick.
Because it was big. They had a fairly big one up at Western. We could get the whole class under too. We were tight though. People might see your feet. They were kind of suspicious when we all got under there.
I would be too.
So this is a weeping purple one, great for an accent or a specimen plant, right? And whatever you do, it is illegal to use these in groups or scattered throughout the landscape. With a specimen or an accent plant, you use them very sparingly.
Oh, illegal for you? Hidden behind a shed?
No, illegal for you guys, because if you do it and I find out, I'll
Kill them.
I'll come and get you. Yeah. No, I've seen these planted at one place, and they had planted like 4 or 5 of them throughout the garden, and it just like, it looks like crap, right? It's too confusing. Whenever you use an accent or a specimen plant, and I'm giving you some advice for Sue's class, you use them sparingly, and you don't use a lot of accent or specimen plants, right? You don't say, oh, I like this, I'm going to put it in, I like this, and bang, 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 bang. Look at the Cuddy garden, right? There's plants that knit everything together, and then you use maybe something like this, and you might use a small grouping of something else. You don't use a whole whack of specimen plants. Yeah, and it's like decorating your house, right? You put a piece of statuary in your house. You don't have 6 pieces here, 10 pieces there, and a piece here and a piece there, right? You have some consistency with